Yes, my fellow viewers, hello. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, today I have a product for you, upload for you about computer literacy. Information literacy. So I have a topic I want to tackle under this content we have been looking all along from the first videos, from the previous videos. If you have watched at all, if you have not watched at all, I beg you please go back and watch those videos for your own benefit. So today I brought for another product which is about plagiarism. I talk about plagiarism. I'm going to use a PowerPoint with the understanding of this. When I talk about plagiarism here, I'm talking about the mistakes. Like this is the act of presenting someone else's work, ideas, or words as own without proper acknowledgement or credit. So this is whereby you can get someone's script, someone's idea, or someone's content from any other source without concern of that person, and you involve them, or you use those quotes, those works into your own work. You consider them to be your own. That is a term. That is what we call plagiarism. It's a bad act in by the way. I can say to the authors, the scholars, it's a bad act. It's considered a crime if you go and get someone's work and you accredit it as your own without the person's consent or without asking the permission from that own person. Or I can say plagiarism also includes the unacknowledged use of materials prepared by another person or agency engaged in selling of term papers or other academic materials. This is by according to Bowdoin Academic Honor Code. So this is as simple as that, as I'm going to tell you about plagiarism. So as we go ahead, you're going to see more about this. So accept me to go to the next slide, which will be I'll be talking about the content. What am I going to talk about under the subtopic, which you need to know for your own sake? Here I'm going to talk about the first type, the common types of plagiarism. I talk about forms of plagiarism, consequences of plagiarism, how to avoid this plagiarism. So we begin straight away from our first content, our first subtopic, which is common types of plagiarism. Our first one is direct plagiarism. As you see, this is a word for word transcription of a section of someone else's work without attribution and without quotation marks. This deliberate plagiarism of someone else's work is unauthentic, unethical, academically dishonest, and grounds for disciplinary actions, including expulsion. This is whereby you can get someone specific quotes as the person talks, or air them out in a certain book or anywhere, and you use that same work into your own work without putting quotes, like saying that this one is someone's work, but just put it as your own. That is what we call direct. You pick direct content of someone from elsewhere. This is common with students. Let me say, for example, students like I copying these things of exams or any revision test or courseworks. Like many coursework, instead of going to research, you just go and pick direct what someone has said, direct, and you put it in your own work without the person's consent in any way. So that will be direct plagiarism. That's direct, subject to direct. So the second one will be as the types of plagiarism. The second one is self plagiarism. Self plagiarism occurs when a student submits his or her own previous work or mixes part of the previous works without permission from all professors involved. For example, it would be unacceptable or incorporate part of a term paper you wrote in high school into a paper assigned in a college course. Self-plagiarism also applies to submitting the same piece of work or for assignments in different classes without previous permission from both professors. This is whereby now you do it by your own self. It is on one by one person. So you get the work which was maybe from a previous or any other professor or any lecturer gave to you that work, and you submit that same work in another aspect, like another lecturer give another coursework, you give the same work from the other side to this side, or the work which was for another semester, you give it in this semester, or from another college. So I can say maybe from, as for example, that I've said here, you give into this one here, give a work, mix the work from high school, work, you bring it into college work. That is self plagiarism. You are frauding your own self, right? Which is also in disciplinary course. The third type of plagiarism we have is mosaic plagiarism. Mosaic plagiarism occurs when a student borrows phrases from a source without using quotation marks, or finds synonyms for the author's language while keeping to the same general structure and meaning of the original, sometimes called patched writing. That this kind of plagiarism, whether intentional or not, is academically dishonest and punishable, even if you know, if even if you footnote your source. It's not by a student goes and picks this quotation from someone's author, from some articles by a particular author, and you put it in your own work or synonyms while keeping the general structure of the meaning of the original. You keep the same structure of the meaning of the original context of that article, and you pick the same words from that stuff and fix it into your own work without putting the quotations or without citing, without referencing. That is also called a plagiarism type, which is called mosaic plagiarism. Lastly, we have accidental plagiarism. This is accidental, of course. As you hear the word accidental, this is where by accidental plagiarism occurs when a person neglects to cite their sources or misquotes their sources, or unintentionally paraphrases a source by using similar words, groups of words, or sentences structures without attribution. Students must learn how to cite their sources and to take careful and accurate notes when doing research. Lack of intent does not absolve the student of responsibility of plagiarism. Cases of plagiarism are taken as serious as any other plagiarism and are subjected to the same rate of consequences as types of plagiarism. So, whether it's accidental, whether it is direct, whether it is soft, whether it is mosaic, as long as it's plagiarism type, it is the same consequences you face. If I told you are caught on the wrong side. So please, members, avoid these types of plagiarism. Avoid this kind of mistakes of using some people's words without their context, without their acknowledgement. Make sure you acknowledge them first and then you use their words. So that if they grant you permission to use their words or their quotes in any of your content, you are good to go. But if they don't accept you, there are copyright rules which will cut you off the trap. So make sure that you're always on the safer side, taking concern of these types of plagiarism. So I can go to the next subtopic, which was forms of plagiarism. We have one which is written work. These are forms now. How plagiarism? How does it? How do you experience it? How do you see it? Okay, how do you come to get involved in this? In which ways? One is written work. Written work. This is in most cases written work, like what I've said previously on the students. They write work including the quotes of other people without making real quotes for them in their original context. So that is written work. We have visual work. For example, the images, the graphics. This happens maybe in artists or in the music industry, whereby you find the person putting some part of the videos or recording some people's videos and you put it into your own content or into your own song or into your own movie without the person's consent. That is also a plagiarism because it is very bad. It's actually that is very bad. If you get someone's clip without telling them that I've got your video clip, I want to use it as part of my video song, and you publish it, if that person comes against you and pursues you in the courts of law, you are caught off the trap and you are to face the law. So avoid those kind of mistakes. And then we have the other one which is audio work. This one also is copy and paste. The same thing in music. You find someone getting some verses of songs which were produced by earlier own musicians, and you input some verse or some choruses into your own song without the acknowledgement of the owner of the original composition of the song. That is also a part of plagiarism, which is punishable. Lastly, we have ideas and context. You bring your ideas. I mean, like most cases, theories. I can say theories. Yeah, theories, laws. So the ideas which are brought by other people, and you be like, it is you, yet it's not you who brought into those ideas into existence, and you come convincing people that it is you. Once you upload, it's also an punishable act. Yeah. Then I can come to my consequences of plagiarism. What are the consequences? What are the consequences? What are you subjected to if you are caught off the trap in terms of this act? When you're doing plagiarism, what may you face? What may come into your life, or what may prevail into your way? One, we have the academic penalties. In academics, if you're caught doing this, in most cases, you face failing grades. expulsion, suspension. In most cases, if you're caught copying, you are either expelled or suspended from the school, or even they make your marks lower than what you expected or what you have got, because you have been involved in a copying, which is called a plagiarism. You're copying from your friend's work and putting it into your work, right? That's also plagiarism consequences. The second one, you have loss of credibility or reputation. If you're found doing something like this and the public comes to see that you have been doing such a thing, for example, I would say the students, they mostly highly you have been known for performing well in class, but all of a sudden you are caught copying someone else's work and putting it into your work and you are exposed. People will lose reputation. They'll be like, so you have been just copying all along to make yourself up there. You're not been using your own head or your own mind to win the entire class. So you lose the credibility as the class, as the person into the class, even the reputation. You lost people start losing interest or trust in you. So for what you have done, which seems to be unprofessional to the entire class. Lastly, we have legal consequences, copyright infringements. This one here I talk about for the artists, musicians, or movie filmmakers, whereby you copy someone else's you record someone else's video, or you can bring else the old video audio for someone else's song and you put it into your own song which is currently and you publish it to the out. That one you will be arrested because there are copyright rules whereby which don't allow you to use someone else's work without their consent. So you'll face copyright infringements for that case. And then now, as we come to our last subtopic here was how to avoid plagiarism. One is properly cite sources using a organized citation style. You cite well what you are using. If you have given an essay and you're supposed to use AP, you are supposed to cite or you are supposed to give with examples, you make sure you cite what you have used. Using the appropriate the organizable citation, for example, you have the MLA and then the APA format. Here, if I mean by citation is whereby you go and say according to someone like this, it said so and so. That is citation you're using. You're not using your own words you're not considering the point to be your own making. It is according to someone else, and then you give the reference of that person's citation into your own that point you have given out. That is called the APA format or the citation style. So the styles vary. There's MLA and there's APA. So the best one at the moment I can refer you to APA format. Then the second one is use quotation marks for direct quotes. Yeah, I mean like if you pick someone else's context or someone else's idea from somewhere, make sure you put it in quotes, double quotes, and then you put it into your sentence where you want it to fit. This show that this finding, or this idea is not your own idea. It is someone else's idea which you have just absorbed into your own work. And then paraphrase and summarize sources in one's own words. You summarize. If you are getting someone's idea, you make sure that you say that this idea is not mine into that summary of yours. You paraphrase or summarize that idea, mentioning that it's not your own making, it's not your own idea, but someone else's idea. Lastly, seek permission to use one own words. If you want to make a audio or a video recording including someone else's picture, make sure you seek for acceptance for that person's for that person to be involved in your video or in your recording. So you go and you can visit the person, you talk to the person face to face, you'll be like, I want you to be in my video, I want to record some video of you, or I want to get some clip of your audio song, I put it in my song, and you agree with the person. If it involves payment, you pay the person and the person gives you the right, such that you don't be part of the copyright infringement, as I told you earlier on, under the consequences of plagiarism. So members, with that, I think that's all about plagiarism. So take note of that with great care. It will be of help for you in any other way in this life. So in my conclusion, I beg you please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thank you for listening. Be blessed. Yes, thank you.